The Great Dragon Bake Off by Nicola O'Brien. The Great Dragon Bake Off. Flamie Oliver was a dragon, an especially enormous and terrifying dragon. Flamie looked so terrifying that he was invited to join the Ferocious Dragon Academy, an academy for the most ferocious dragons in training. The dragons who went there were very, very good at being very, very bad. But Flamie had a secret. He wasn't very, very good at being very, very bad. Flamie had a most unnatural and most undragon-like passion for pastry. Sweet pastry, salty pastry, rough pastry, puff pastry, especially puff pastry. Flamie loved them all. So whilst the other dragons were practicing their disastrously dragon skills, Flamie would slip away into his kitchen and work on his chocolate eclairs and his Choke's pastry swans. When Flamie had perfected pastry, he moved on to cupcakes and loaf cakes, and even a magnificent wedding cake. But baking is meant to be shared, and Flamie was alone. He spent so much time practicing pastry and creating cakes that he'd forgotten all about his dastardly dragon skills. And this is a big problem, because when final days came, Flamie felt underprepared. All Flamie's classmates, Heston Billowtail, Scalyberry, and Paul Firewood, performed their death-defying deeds. Miss Puffy-Up was very pleased with everyone except Flamie. Flamie, you have failed all your exams. The only way to graduate now is to perform the most dastardly dragon deed of all. You must kidnap a princess and eat her. Oh, Flamie's heart sank. He couldn't possibly kidnap and eat a princess. But if he didn't, he wouldn't graduate, and that made Flamie feel quite sick. So off he flew to the nearest turret, where he carried his princess and kidnapped her away. Back in his kitchen, Flamie assessed his next meal. She didn't look very tasty at all. What goes well with princess? He muttered to himself. Are they sweet or savory? Should I use chocolate sauce or cheese? Neither, said Princess Rosewater. Flamie tried again. Perhaps you'd be better in a pie. Certainly not, cried Princess Rosewater. Princess is a special flavor. So together, Princess Rosewater and Flamie tried to find something that went well with Princess. Chocolate and cherry, pineapple and leek, even jelly and garlic. But nothing seemed to work. It's because we're not made to be eaten, said Princess Rosewater, and Flamie had to agree. Between mouthfuls of muffin, Flamie said miserably, What am I going to do? I might just have an idea, said the princess. On graduation day, the dragons lined up to collect their certificates. Well, Miss Puffy-Up said to the Flamie, Where's your princess? Here, said Flamie, holding Princess Rosewater's hand. But she's not in a pie or a cake, exclaimed Miss Puffy-Up. Then Flamie cleared his throat and bravely announced, Classmates, I kidnapped my princess and whisked her back to my kitchen. But instead of baking her, together we baked. An amazing feast! The dragons gasped. No soggy bottoms, gleamed Paul Firewood. wonderfully unusual flavor combinations, said his tone blow-it-all. Quite delicious, really quite delicious, agreed Scalyberry. And even Miss Puffy-Up had to agree. So, although Flamie failed his disastrously dragon skills degree, it didn't matter. Instead, he and Princess Rosewater spent the rest of the year studying and having fun at Miss Puffy-Up's Brilliant Baking Academy. The end.